Hi, Greg LaFollette from the New York Society Show here in New York City. I've got Chad Brubaker with me. Chad is the president and CEO of eMochilla, a firm that specializes in website design for accounting firms. I saw a whole bunch of people over there talking to you, and from what I saw, it looked like about half of them don't have websites at all. Chad, is that about what you're finding?
Yeah, I would say so. It is really kind of a reflection of the times that even if you're not using your website completely integrated with your practice, it's the way that people do things now, and even if they're just looking up information about your firm, people can do it through Google, and so it has become a lot more popular to have a website, but there are also a lot of people who are learning that besides just having your information out there, especially in the accounting industry, there are a lot of extra things and services that you can provide to your clients through your website to make everything more easy for them, which is the most important thing, but also as a side benefit, brings down some of the costs that you have with the old paper way of doing things.
Sure. So one of the sessions upstairs, the instructor was talking about IRS Regulation 7216 basically causes havoc for accountants, practicing public accountants, and now what am I going to do when all of a sudden I have government regulations regarding how I distribute, how I move around a tax return, and I've got this Social Security number problem. Many of them come to you and say, I need a solution for that, and the solution is what? How can you help them with something like that?
Well, that is one of the problems that we've seen inherently with the movement of everything onto the web. Larger companies that do like TurboTax and stuff, they have the power behind their firm in order to make sure that they're complying with everything. And on the other hand, clients are looking at all these ways to do things online. And so the solution really is to bring those same functionalities together and provide them to CPAs and accountants who actually have a smaller base and don't have necessarily an IT department, but they need to be able to provide these solutions. And so there are a lot of companies out there, including yours truly, that provide solutions to actually getting around the fact that in order to compete against the larger players, you need to actually jump through the hoops that all the regulations are requiring.
You basically have to have a portal, right?
Yeah, you basically need a portal, and there are a lot of companies out there that are now providing that and integrating it with
as a part of your offering.
Yes, we do. We do that and a lot of other things as well.
So several of the companies that you were talking to over there said, I have a website, and I heard you and your associates saying, okay, well, so tell me about your website. You know, do you have news? Is it dynamic? When's the last time you updated it? Some things like that. And I watched many of these people kind of get a little sheepish when they admitted that their website was built in 2003 and last updated in 2005. You know, there's what percentage of those that have websites? How many do a lot of them have those old kind of brochureware websites that they really need to move up?
Yeah, I would definitely say that of the half that do have websites, the large majority, unless they're with a system like ours or some of the other companies out there providing that, do have just a static page. And even if it was developed really well and looks really great and they spend a lot of money on it, the problem is that updating a static site is going to cost them every time they need to do it. And especially in this industry where laws and rules are changing, due dates are changing constantly, that's something that's very important.
So one of the other things that I think is kind of interesting is so many accountants come and say, well, I certainly don't have time to do all this. You know, do I just hire you guys to develop it? And when I watch you kind of walk through for them this building process, I mean, I know your system, the eMochilla system, and some of the others. I mean, Thompson has a system, and CCH has a system, and then there are other ones out there. they're actually kind of push and click in what, fairly speaking, 2 hours somebody can have a site that's starting to take shape, and certainly 4 hours they're done. Is that fair?
Yeah, definitely. What we've done, and a lot of the competitors, like we were mentioning, have put together a solution that has everything that you need and integrates your information. So if people want to just do the bare minimum, they're still going to get a lot more than they would if they started from a blank site. With that said, though, besides all of those things that we include, you always have the ability to add as many customized pages as you want. Focus more on the design and the way it looks to make sure it matches your letterhead, etc. And so we like to take the best of both worlds and like give you the ability to make your website exactly what you want, but also the choice to use some of the things that we provide to our entire client base.
So last thing, Chad, the company name eMochilla, remember, no habla español, non falo português muito bem. Explain this to me.
Well, mochila is Spanish for the word backpack. It's coincidentally also Portuguese. And it used to be used exclusively for the name of the mail satchel during the Pony Express days. And so we realized that as a specialty, besides providing websites, we were assisting in data exchange for our clients. And so we added the E for electronic and left the mochila. So it does confuse people every once in a while, but it also helps them remember us.
Thanks so very much. I've been visiting with Chad Brubaker, the CEO of eMochilla, so you now know where that comes from. And I want to thank you so very much for your time, Chad. Thanks again.